Okay, we have Lauren here from our mastermind. Um, okay, number one, how did you find food? How did you find food freedom, and what made you say, "I want to reach out and learn more"?
I somehow encountered the Insta account before actually following it or learning about intuitive eating, and I was just so struck by Sammy's TikToks and the posts about pushing back against diet culture and that actually know that influencer doesn't know exactly what you should be eating or how you should be exercising, and just the humor of it, but also the suggestion that there could be a different way was huge to me. And so when there was a free training or one of the seminars that she did, I attended that and I was like, okay, damn, like I want this.
That's awesome. Okay, how has your relationship with food changed throughout this process?
I no longer feel that food is an enemy, and I like, can't express how huge of a statement that is for me because it's been my enemy my whole life for 3 decades. And now I'm realizing like actually like food can be a gift and I can trust myself around it. It can be part of joyful experiences, and like I still struggle of course, but I am no longer afraid of food, like feeling like it's like a fight between me and food, I'm like, this is okay. And even just the having grace for yourself and learning what do I like, what feels good, what doesn't feel good. Maybe I eat a lot more one day than the other day, like all those things that you can't do when you're on a diet, but that actually are what your body maybe needs.
Yeah, that's amazing. Um, what was your biggest takeaway or aha moment from the group or the course or our time together?
There were so many, that's a really hard question to answer, which is a great problem to have.
Yeah.
I think the thing about feeling pleasant in your body was such an alien concept to me. Like my whole life was just don't think about your body, try to be happy without it. I even like thought of my body as like a curse God gave me to keep me humble, that I wouldn't be like beautiful and I wouldn't be arrogant about it or whatever. Um, and the being pleasant thing is like, wow, what if I actually like loved my body and was just present there? And then another thing that was huge was talking with you about intuitive eating as analogous to learning to drive, and that you're like, holy shit, I can't sustain this level of like concentration or focus in the beginning, but you don't have to. Like, you're learning how to do this totally new thing. And also the way that like there are some rough goes when you first learn to like start driving, and um that applies here too, and that it's not like that eating isn't a character flaw, right? That intuitive eating is like a skill you can learn, and what you eat isn't the same as who you are morally as a person.
Yeah, I love how you said that. And I love that that analogy was so helpful. I love
I
that.
think about it a lot.
You do? That's great.
Yeah.
Okay, and lastly, would you recommend Find Food Freedom to a friend and why?
Yeah, definitely. I didn't even know that this existed. I've been so entrenched in diet culture for so long, and the fact that intuitive eating is even a thing, or that there's another way that actually instinctively feels right, where you trust your body and you love your body and you're not, even like the bullshit like Noom stuff that's like it's a lifestyle, but these foods are bad and these foods are good, all that kind of stuff. Like, um, it was just really eye-opening. And I think the science behind it is huge for me too, because like I'm a researcher by trade. And so learning like the Minnesota starvation study, learning the physiological response that your body has when you restrict all of that, I just think made a huge difference for me. And having the community of women to go through it too is really cool, to be like, I'm not alone. Um, and that's just a powerful thing to be reminded of.
Yeah, great. Well, thank you so much for that.